Good morning, everyone. Today we will study about the topic provisions pertaining to appearing in examination for facilitating differently blind students as available in CBSE. Let's look at the CBSE rules and exemptions for disabled students. Board is extending several exemption concession to spastic, visually impaired, physically handicapped, dyslexic and autistic and candidate with disability as defined in the Right of Person with Disability Act 2016, which have been circulated to the schools and also hosted on the website of the board from time to time. All such instruction, exemptions, concession in a consolidated form are enclosed for the convenience of all stakeholders. Here are some general instruction concession applicable for class 10th and 12th. First is medical certificate. The medical certificate issued by the following agency and organization will be considered for granting concession to differently abled candidate. Disability certificates issued by the government hospitals controlled by either the central or state governments. Disability certificates issued by a recognized institute of national level like National Association for Blind, Spastic, Society of India, etc. and disability certificates issued by non-governmental organization, practitioners registered with Rehabilitation Council of India, central government, state government of respective state. Next is scribe and compensatory time. For paper of 3 hours, duration 60 minutes, spastic, visually impaired, physically handicapped, dyslexic, autistic and candidate with disability as defined in the Right with the Person of Disability Act 1995 are permitted to use a scribe or allowed compensatory time as given below for both. For example, of 2.5 hours duration 50 minutes, for 2 hours duration 40 minutes, for paper of 1.5 hour duration 30 minutes. Autistic candidates is permitted to use the services of a scribe or an adult prompter. Appointment of scribe and related instructions. A person to be appointed as scribe should not have obtained his or her qualification in the same subject in which the candidate shall be appearing for the examination. Candidate shall have the discretion of opting for his own scribe and shall have the flexibility in accommodating change in scribe in case of emergency. Candidate shall also have the option of meeting the scribe a day before the examination. Central Superintendent of the Examination Centre concerned shall forward to the concerned regional officer of the board a report giving full particulars of the candidate and of the scribe. Suitable room shall be arranged for the candidates for whom a scribe is allowed, and a separate assistant superintendent shall be appointed by the centre superintendent to supervise his or her examination. Services of scribe shall be provided free of cost. The scribe shall be paid by the board remuneration as prescribed from time to time. Some other general instruction and facilities are as follows. To facilitate easy access, a few selected schools are made examination center for special students. Teachers from schools for visually impaired are appointed as assistant superintendent as at the special examination center. However, precaution is taken to appoint different subject teachers on different days. Now we will see specific exemptions concession for class 10th. First is exemption for third language. Exemption from examination in the third language from class 6 to 8 is granted to visually impaired candidates, candidates suffering from speech and hearing defects, dyslexic candidates, and candidates with disability as defined in the Person with Disability Act 1995. Second is flexibility in choosing subject. Candidate with visual and hearing impairment, spastic, dyslexic, autistic and candidate with disability as defined in the Right of Person with Disability Act 2016 have the option of studying one compulsory language as against two. This language should be in consonance with the overall spirit of the three-language formula prescribed by the board. Beside one language, any four of the following subjects can be offered, that are mathematics, science, social science, another language, music, painting, home science, foundation of information technology, commerce, e-typing, e-typewriting in English and Hindi both, introduction to computer technology, retail and information technology. Now we will look at the specific exemptions concession for class 12th. First is flexibility in choosing subjects. Bona fide resident of Delhi appearing as private candidate as per provisions of examination bylaws can't take subjects having practical component. However, candidate with the disabilities as defined in the examination bylaws have the option of taking music, painting, home science and as the subjects of study. Separate question paper and questions in lieu of practical component. Visually impaired candidates are given separate question paper containing multiple choice question based on practical component in lieu of practical in the subject of physics, chemistry and biology. Question paper administered in the subject of physics, chemistry, mathematics and biology are without any visual inputs. Alternative type questions are provided in lieu of questions having visual inputs in the subject of history, geography and economics. Students studying in the school affiliated to the board and desirous of availing the exemption concession should approach the concerned regional